A portion of this video is brought to you by Anker. Today we're comparing the Apple iPhone 13 versus the Samsung Galaxy S22. Both fantastic phones, but there are some key differences you'll want to consider. If you're deciding between these two phones, then this video will help you find which phone is right for you. As always, I will leave the purchase links for both the iPhone 13 and Galaxy S22 below the like button. Let's get started. Let's first compare the different prices, as well as buying options. Both the iPhone 13 and Galaxy S22 start at $799 for 128 gigabytes. Though if you are looking for lots of storage, only the iPhone 13 will come in a 512 gigabyte version. That said, I think 128 gigabytes is a great place to start and will be enough for most. Let's take a closer look at the design of each phone. Both phones feature high-quality aluminum and glass construction, but each take their own approach. The iPhone 13 comes in Midnight, which is this really nice dark blue color and uses glossy glass on the back and matte aluminum on the frame. On the other hand, the Galaxy S22 comes in Phantom Black, and this color looks stunning. It uses matte glass on the back and polished aluminum on the frame. I prefer the iPhone 13's sharper, more boxy design. That said, the slightly curved edges on the Galaxy S22 do mean that the phone is just a little bit more ergonomic to hold in the hand. I also love the matte glass the S22 has on the back. It feels good to the touch and also shows far less fingerprints. Looking more closely at the back, the camera module on the Galaxy S22 is better designed, in a sense that the lenses are recessed into the aluminum so are protected from drops. I also like how the camera module seamlessly integrates into the rest of the phone. And then looking at weight, the iPhone 13 weighs in at 174 grams, which feels more dense in the hand compared to the 168 gram Galaxy S22. Between the two, I would say I slightly prefer the more substantial feel of the iPhone 13. Both phones are IP68 certified, so you can confidently use them in the rain or even go swimming with them if you're daring enough. Design is quite subjective. I like elements of both, but let me know in the comments, which do you prefer? If you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Thanks for your support. Let's turn to the front of these phones. The iPhone 13 and Galaxy S22 each have 6.1-inch OLED displays. I find 6.1 inches to be the perfect screen size, big enough to just be able to use the phone with one hand, but then also big enough to watch videos and consume content. The use of OLED means each display has high contrast, and the impressive pixel count mean details like finer text remain very clear. Watching videos, reading messages, and even playing games all look really good on each of these displays, but there are some differences. When it comes to color reproduction, I found the iPhone 13's display to be a bit more natural, where the Galaxy S22's display is slightly more saturated. Something to bear in mind is that the Galaxy S22 has a 120Hz refresh rate on the display. Now this is double of what the iPhone 13 has. But what does this mean? Well, any movement on screen, whether it be scrolling or swiping, will appear extra smooth on the S22. Another difference between the two phones is the approach to the selfie camera. The iPhone 13, of course, has the notch, and this has become a widely recognized element of the phone's design. Does it bother me? No, you get used to it in no time. But still, it does cover more of the display compared to Samsung's implementation, which instead uses a hole punch camera to cover as little of the display as possible, which ultimately does look better. But the iPhone 13's notch does pack some impressive tech. Face ID, which is and remains to be the most reliable face unlock in any phone. At the same time though, the S22's underscreen fingerprint sensor is great too. Which do I prefer? Well, I enjoy using both, but ultimately would go for the underscreen fingerprint sensor for its speed and effortless under-display integration. Like with many phones these days, both the iPhone 13 as well as the Galaxy S22 do not come with chargers in the box. And this is where the Anker 521 Nano Pro charger comes in. I've used Anker's products for years, and when it comes to features, price, as well as performance, their products always deliver. The Anker 521 is smaller in size to the original 20-watt iPhone charger, but has double the power at 40 watts. As a content creator, I especially like how it has two USB-C ports so I can charge two devices at once. For example, it can charge the iPhone 13 as well as the Galaxy S22. The Anker 521 is the upgraded version of the Anker 511, which can now even charge your MacBook Air at full speed. All from the single, portable charger that is so easy to take with you on the go. The Anker 521 also charges fast, in fact 3 times faster than the original 5-watt charger that used to come with the iPhone. So it can easily fast charge the iPhone 13 as well as the Galaxy S22. Importantly, the Anker 521 is equipped with Anker's Active Shield safety system for enhanced protection for you and your phone while charging. To step up your charging game and learn more about the Anker 521 Nano Pro charger, be sure to click the links in the description. Thanks to Anker for supporting the channel. Now back to the Galaxy S22 and the iPhone 13. Now, when it comes to cameras, these phones are quite different. The iPhone 13 features a dual lens camera system, where the Galaxy S22 has a triple lens camera system, adding the telephoto lens. But how do these camera systems compare? In general, in terms of photos, I found the iPhone 13 to be a bit more accurate when it comes to color reproduction and skin tones, while the Galaxy S22 has more saturated colors, making photos pop more. And then in terms of sharpness, both camera systems perform very well. Photos are high in detail, even with finer textures such as grass or hair. And then when it comes to low light photography, both Apple's night mode as well as Samsung's nightography are stunning, creating light where there is none. Here too, I again found the iPhone 13 to retain more accurate colors, while the Galaxy S22 is able to add even more light to the image. After testing both phones, I will say that I really enjoy using the telephoto lens on the S22, and this is something that I do miss having on the iPhone 13. The telephoto lens is especially great for portrait photography. Now let's talk video. While Samsung has come a long way with their video, it just doesn't match up to that of the iPhones. Video from the iPhone 13 is smoother in terms of how it adjusts to changes in white balance as well as exposure. The selfie cameras on both are very comparable, with similar traits to the back cameras when it comes to color. After looking at the results from both camera systems, I can tell you that both the iPhone 13 as well as the Galaxy S22 deliver quality results. But at the end of the day, I do slightly prefer the more natural images and better video coming from the iPhone 13. Let's talk about battery life. As a power user, I use my phone all day, sending messages, emails, watching videos, and posting to social media. So battery life is very important. On the iPhone 13, I get 7 to 8 hours of screen on time with mixed normal use. In the real world, this means the iPhone 13 can last a full 9 to 5 workday and evening, still with around 20 to 30% remaining, and this is really impressive. By comparison, on the Galaxy S22, I get around 6 hours of screen on time. The Galaxy S22 can last a full workday, but not evening without a top-up somewhere during the day. When it comes to battery life, the iPhone 13 has a clear advantage. When spending $800 on a smartphone, I expect it to have top-of-the-line performance. Both the iPhone 13 with its A15 Bionic chip and the Galaxy S22 with its Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip perform very well. Switching between open apps, editing photos, gaming, both phones feel snappy and keep up well. However, there's a certain level of integration that only the iPhone can achieve. Apple makes both the hardware as well as the software, and together this creates a phone that is even smoother to use than the Galaxy S22. Things like the occasional glitch, app crash, or formatting issue on display can happen at times on the S22, but practically never occur on the iPhone 13. And then looking ahead in terms of software support, Samsung promises 4 years of updates for the S22. And this is great, far more than any other phone on the Android side. But this still falls short of the iPhone's 5 to 6 years. So at the end of the day, which phone is better? Well, let's see. In terms of the design, I like elements from both, so we'll have to give a tie to this category. And then looking at the display, again, both displays are really excellent, but the minimal selfie camera implementation done on the Galaxy S22 does mean more screen space and ultimately looks better, so this category goes to the S22. Looking at the cameras on the back, however, I have to give this to the iPhone 13 for its more natural photos and better video. And the same thing goes for battery. The iPhone 13's battery far outperforms that of the S22. And then finally, when it comes to performance, while both phones are very fast and keep up well, the added reliability that you get with the iPhone 13 means it wins this category. But there is still one category left, and that is operating system. Now, I could do a whole separate video comparing the operating systems of the two phones, but what it essentially comes down to is this. Ultimately, iOS is the more reliable and fluid operating system, while Android, on the other side, will give you far more customization. As someone who is in the Apple ecosystem with my AirPods and Apple Watch, and who uses my phone both for personal as well as work use, reliability is key. That is why, for me, iOS and the iPhone 13 is ultimately the better choice. On top of the ecosystem and operating system, battery life and performance are categories that I value highly, areas where the iPhone 13 has the advantage over the S22. Which phone will be better for you? Well, that depends on how you use your phone and which of the key smartphone elements that we looked at you value most. Let me know if you have any questions. If you'd like to learn more about these phones individually, I have done separate reviews which I will leave linked on screen right now. Thanks for watching and take care.